Hey everyone, this is Jonah and Chris from 100 Concepts. Today we are going over the first package in our Phase 2 giveaway. This is the Seaburn and Armor package, so let's go ahead and hop right into it. Okay, so first up we have the Cayman Ballistic TL from Galvion. This is a very, very lightweight ballistic helmet. It's crazy light. It's probably just as light as some bump helmets out there. It comes with 40 tactical padding, I believe, and I am looking forward to hopefully getting my hands on one of these for myself in the future. This is a very premium helmet. Thank you to Galvion for sending this out. Also, we have a helmet scrim. This will help camouflage your helmet. This is a Gen 2 helmet scrim from us, so you guys can go check that out as well. Then I'll hand it over to Jonah.
All right, so next up we have the C21 gas mask from Mira Safety. So this is Mira's premium mask. It's a full Seaburn mask. It's got all the features you're looking for, like a drinking hose. It takes NATO filters. This one will ship with 2 NBC77 soft filters, which is the filter that basically solves the most Seaburn threats. And so I like that a lot because I don't have time to become a Seaburn expert. And I know that if I just stock the NBC77 soft filters, I can just screw that in for whatever I'm concerned about and it should take care of it. This one's also cool because it has these outserts. So if you do like any airsoft sim training, you can put like a clear lens in here to protect your gas mask lenses. Right now we have the tinted version on here. I should also note, this is our C21. You will receive one brand new in the packaging, fully sealed. We're just using ours as a stand-in to show this. Next up, we have a full plate carrier setup from Spirit Systems. I'm super stoked they sent this out. This is essentially the plate carrier that I run, plus I have a couple extra things on here, but I asked them to send out to what I run, which is the LV119 front and rear plate bag. And then I have the Mark V placard with 5.56 insert in here. So this is cool because you can run this as a base placard, but you can also build a lot of capability into this placard. On the right side, I have a GP pouch, which allows you to stick night vision, gloves, ear pro, whatever you need. Just kind of a good general admin dump pouch. And then on the left side, we have one of their spud pouches. So these are great because you can stick extra rifle mags in them. You could stick, maybe a rifle mag for like a 308 if you needed, one extra for like a DMR gun. You can stick radios in there. They're just great modular pouches that can accept a lot of items. And then finally, we have the Core Ice Flask Canteen over here. And this is really cool because one, it allows you to carry water on your kit, especially with this wing that they include. And the other cool thing about this is you can stick water in here, freeze it, or stick ice cubes and water in here, and it sits up against your body and helps cool you down as you wear it. And then it's in a rigid holster, so you can just pop it out, drink your water, stick it back in. And I believe, doesn't that fit in like embedder pouches?
Yeah, it will fit in a lot of larger radio pouches that you guys might already have laying around.
Yeah, so this is a really cool, fully set up plate carrier. And then Chris is gonna talk about the plates.
Yeah, so for the plates inside the LV119, these are the Premier Body Armor Level 3 Pluses. These are 10 by 12, so medium size. And these will stop most of the 5.56 threats out there. They're super lightweight. That is the main benefit of a plate like this. They are a little bit thicker, but I think I'll take the weight savings over something a little bit thinner and heavier.
They do fit in an LV119.
Yep, they do fit in the LV119. So again, a huge shout out to Premier Body Armor for sending this in.
Okay, next let's talk about our second prize package for the Phase 2 giveaway, which is the EDC package. It's also the one I'm kind of like most stoked about because almost everything on this table is something I use or carry with me every day. Yeah, let's just hop right into it with the thing that I put on first every day, which is this Agonic EDB everyday belt. This is my favorite belt. Your favorite belt?
Yep, my favorite belt.
The most comfortable belt we've ever worn. It's basically this elastic material, but it's stitched every inch, so it's still pretty rigid. And he includes this cool Tegris placard with it. I've been wearing mine for about 3 years, and just side note, it's pretty cool to see the improvements he's made. Like my first one was stitched on the back, and now they use these super strong rivets. The Tegris is now thicker for more stability. Also, this Tegris is nice because as you wear it and heats up, it kind of forms to your body and just makes it even more comfortable. It takes probably a week or two to get used to the, tucking the Tegris into this other band, but once you do, you never go back. It's the most comfortable belt I've ever worn.
Yep. We're not just saying that, like you said, I've been wearing mine for over a year. He's been wearing his for 3 years, and I carry like a pretty heavy package.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll move on to the next one.
Next thing I probably put in my pocket every day is a knife. So we have this Spyderco Paramilitary 2. And this is what Chris is carrying right now. I'm a paramilitary 3 guy myself, but this is just a super nice knife. I like the compression lock a lot because with like a frame lock, you have to, put your finger in front of the blade, and this one, you just, close it like that. Anything you want to say about this?
Yeah, it's been a great knife. I've recently started carrying one. The factory edge is very, very sharp. Like that's pretty cool. It's nice and lightweight. I love the G10 panels here. Spyderco, they just pump out some really good and proven knives. Like these are kind of, a good standard for a folding knife.
All right, and then next is the EDC-1 DFT from Surefire. This is the flashlight I carry every day, and whenever you get this, you'll be one of the first people in the world to get our button blocker, because we found, we love this light, but also without this little button blocker, sometimes the light will turn on in your pocket, and so this just recesses the button and gives you a way that you can still access it through this little, U shape here. But and also, if you want even more protection, pop it off, flip it over, and you get the full annular ring. But yeah, it's just a cool way to protect that button from being hit, because this is a very bright light. Yeah, I love it. This is my favorite light, and I find it feels more compact than other full-size lights I've worn. I've not tried the stiletto, but this one just feels really good. Anything you want to say about it?
No, it's a great light. I actually really do like the hot spot.
Yeah.
It's a good balance between a good flood and a hot spot. So I think all the turbo stuff that I've tried has been very, very good. Like the pros that we run as well, the mini pro, what are they called? Mini turbos.
Mini turbos.
Yeah, the turbos and the mini turbos. Yeah, those have been great. So really like the Surefire stuff lately. They've been cranking out some really good products. Yeah.
All right, next up is this pen, and I don't have this one. We left this one closed in the box for whoever gets this, but I have the side bolt action, and I'm really stoked about this company, Big Idea Design. I've been a big fan of theirs for years, and I only recently found out that they're in Chattanooga too, in the same city as us. And so, yeah, we asked them to join, went out and saw their shop. They're super cool dudes, and they make a really awesome pen. This one's actually patented, which is cool. The technology they use allows you to use pretty much any insert on the market, and it still fits really well. It's titanium. It's got like a good heft to it without being overly, heavy, and it's kind of like my tactical pen from like early 2000s. I know I can take this on a flight and hit people with it. Don't hit people. TSA, if you're listening, I don't hit people with pens. All right, so next up is this holster. So this is the TXC Covert. This one's cool because it's for a Glock 19, and as far as I understand, this will fit pretty much anything 19 and up with an X300. And I wear a TXC holsters like every day. This is the Beacon. I've loved this holster. It's like the most comfortable holster I've worn. It's got a lot of lint on it. Sorry about that. And also shout out to Defiant Machine Works for this cool Cerakote job. But yeah, this is just a super comfortable holster, and they give you this spare mag carrier, and I thought it was pretty neat that you can also wear it as a left-hand variant. I guess the holster can't, but if there are any lefties out there, you can use this either way.
Big shout out to TXC for sending that over. Very nice holster. Yeah.
All right, finally for things in your pocket is the Snake Staff Everyday Carry Tourniquet. And the cool thing about these is that you truly can everyday carry them. I've been carrying this one in my pocket for about a month, and before that I was carrying their Gen 1 for about a year. And they're gonna break down faster in your pocket and everything, but I can actually keep this every day and it's not a problem. I love Cat Gen 7s and soft tees, but there's just no way I'm gonna carry that in my pocket every day, and these allow you to do that. So they've been kind enough to include every color of both their wide and narrow, to give you some trainers, and give you something you can keep one in your glove box, in your backpack, in your wife's glove box.
Same here. So tourniquets, I have not been good about carrying them, but I actually usually have this one on me. It's just a smaller form factor. Yeah, the NAR cats are great. That's kind of the standard, but I prefer to carry these. This is something that I'll actually carry.
Yeah.
So.
All right, next let's talk about water. Now, these are from Cana Provisions. They sent out a ton of stuff, and this is something that's near and dear to my heart, so I kind of want to go over every piece of this. The other cool thing is I carry almost everything he sent every day in my backpack. And I'll start off with this mug. It's kind of like maybe an overlooked item, but the cool thing about mugs is they allow you to boil and purify water, so it gives you an alternate way to purify water. And the really cool thing about this one is that an Nalgene will nest perfectly in here. So in my backpack, I just put the lid on the bottom of here and keep it in this little stuff sack. I keep the Nalgene inside, and it allows me to carry a mug every day. And then also for you bushcrafters, it's kind of cool. You could like maybe transfer coals from one location to another. And so speaking of the bottle, this is his WDC bottle from Cana Provisions, and one, it's great Nalgene. He was kind enough to include this nifty human gear cap, which makes drinking out of a Nalgene tolerable, just easier with a smaller opening. But also it has all of these, cheat codes basically on the outside that if you don't remember what gear you need to use, how you need to use it, it gives you basically peace of mind to know that you can purify water. He sent over these personal water decon kits. So this is essentially at its core water purification tablets and then a bunch of other accessory items to help you purify water, alcohol wipes to clean the lips of bottles, small rags to help you pre-filter your water. And it's just a great peace of mind, a cheap thing that you can throw in your backpack, your glove box, etc., and know that you have some tools to purify water. This personal water purification tablet kit is just extra purification tablets to offset your PWDK. And then also in here, he threw in one of these little lighters. These are really cool. It's like a standard Bic format, but it's like a butane torch lighter. It gets really hot, very powerful. That allows you to start fires that you can purify water with your titanium mug, which, by the way, weighs like nothing. It's,
Titanium.
Titanium.
Yeah.
And then finally, I'm not gonna open this up because it's all sealed, health and safety and all that. But this is the H2Go Global. This is a little device that allows you to turn salt water into bleach, allowing you to purify water. And it's very cool. It's the closest thing to witchcraft items. But yeah, basically this little device has a solar panel so you can charge it up in the field. It's got a port where you can plug it into a battery and keep it charged, but it just uses electrolysis to turn salt water into bleach, allowing you to purify water. And so he also includes a cool, basically like a WDC like we have in this bottle that walks you through all the instruction, how to use this device. And it's just cool that purification tablets can run out, but as long as you've got sun and, or battery in this, and I guess salt water, you can make clean water in the field indefinitely. This is a super cool device and I carry it every day in my backpack. Cool. All
right, so moving over to the last few items over here. First we have the Victos Counteract 27. This is a part of their new fall line. This is actually a pretty cool bag. It has a lot of different compartments for storing armor, or your EDC firearm, maybe a small SBR like a Sig Rattler or something like that. But it looks pretty cool. It kind of resembles like a tech backpack, so it doesn't stand out a whole lot. As you can see here, there's a large compartment. It also has a laptop sleeve, and speaking of laptop sleeve, we also have some silent Faraday bags. So we have a phone sleeve. This fits most phones. Unless you have something huge like a Samsung, remember those old ones where they were like massive?
Yes.
Bigger than
a tablet in your pocket.
Yeah, like a tablet. And then we have the silent Faraday laptop sleeve. So this one is meant for 15 to 18 inch laptops. We wanted to go a size up just in case you guys have some bigger laptops, but you'll also be able to fit smaller ones in there as well. We've tested these bags. And they do block off the signal as soon as you put something in the bag. So yeah, they work great. Yeah, stay away from flat camera.
Going back to the Victos, it's also cool. It's got this pouch here on the back so you can access your carry gun inside this panel. And what I was stoked about is that it looks like you can fit a 365 Raider in there. Wouldn't you say so, Chris?
Oh yeah, you mean like this? You can also fit a 365 Raider in your pants, apparently. So this is the Flux Defense P365 Raider, and huge shout out to Flux for sending this out, and also a huge shout out for SIG for contributing the P365 FCU and slide, and also the red dot. So this is a really cool platform. You can carry like 46 rounds in your pants potentially. It's honestly, it's not super uncomfortable. It's not that bad, but this is a great force multiplier. It gives you some extra stability, a good way to carry a lot of extra ammo. And with the bag, you could just slide it in there and have access to it as well. Yeah. There's a lot of different places you could put it, but that's a pretty cool platform. We'll do some more content on this. We'll also have a suppressor coming from Stealth Additive Works. We'll be putting the shiv on it. And yeah, this thing is gonna be pretty sick.
Yeah.
So.
night vision. If you've been wanting to get night vision, this might be your chance to get it for free.
For free!
Booyah! All right, so I'm just gonna jump right into it with this PVS 14, which is not the one that you're gonna win. Steel Industries, we're still waiting on them to send out the night vision device. They're still building it out. And so we're just kind of using a standard PVS 14 housing as a stand-in. But rest assured, it'll be the Steel Industries PVS 14R, which is very, very nice because it's aluminum, which means it's gonna be more durable than this, and it actually shaves a little bit of weight. Plus it's CR123A, which means that your kind of battery selection is lithium by default, meaning your device will be more protected. With AA's, you kind of have to search around for the non-alkaline batteries. And on that night vision, we'll have one of our night vision hex caps. This is our night vision cap, but instead of a lens, we have a hex cap insert in here. And this cuts down on all those really bad reflections on night vision, frankly. The lenses on night vision are super reflective, but also we found it helps with glare in a lot of situations. Mounting the PVS 14 to the helmet is the Noise Fighters Max Mount, Max 14. This is their all metal J-arm for the PVS 14, and it's articulating, which means you can wear it on your right eye, you can wear it on your left eye, or when you stow it, you can slam it down really close into the helmet, which is really nice for one, just balancing out the helmet when it's folded, but more importantly, like when we go coyote hunting, when you get in and out of the vehicles, you don't have this, this night vision sticking really far off of your head, kind of a snag. And so this is my Max 14, but you will get a brand new one. And then mounting the Max 14 to the helmet is the venerable Wilcox G24 mount. This is the standard in night vision. It's the best mount, the one trusted by the military, and thank you Wilcox for sending out not one, but two for this giveaway. This is cool. It's also in tan, which kind of goes with the whole tan vibe we got going on here. Looks beautiful. Then mounting to the G24 is the OpsCore SF Bump helmet. This is not the one that you'll win. This is a stand-in because OpsCore has been kind enough to send out whatever size the winner needs. So basically, once you win, we'll put you in contact with OpsCore and they'll send you the correct size for your head. Also, OpsCore included a set of their amps. These are, in my opinion, the best hearing protection on the market, especially when you get the NFMI enabled variant. These plugs go in your ears underneath the headset, and it gives you just godlike hearing. It's awesome. So you have sound protection, but just really great situational awareness. Plus, they sent a set of arms, so whenever you get your OpsCore helmet in, you can mount these to the helmet, or the cool thing about this system is you can pop these mounts off of your amps, and you can pop these on your helmet, but it's also really easy to pop them back on the band. And so I find myself kind of switching them back and forth every once in a while so I can have a range day without a helmet. Now, looking at the outside of the helmet, you'll see our Helmet Scrim 2.0. This is our improved version with the additional mounting holes, which allows you to kind of size it for small, medium, large. Plus, it has our one wrap attachment tabs for the corners. And this just makes it super easy to attach the scrim at the temples and at the nape of the neck. And so it just allows you to get really good fitment on your helmet. And then last, but certainly not least, is the 40 Tactical Deluxe Retrofit Pad Kit. So this is specifically for OpsCore helmets, and the deluxe kit includes both the 3/4 inch and additionally some 1/2 inch pads. And basically it takes the kind of like okay pads that most helmets come with and it replaces it with these deluxe, cushy, comfortable pads. Honestly, this is a must-have upgrade for any helmet in my opinion. They give you a lot more comfortable experience. I mean, you can wear this all night long, no problem.
This is the fourth package in our lineup, and this is the Mini GPR prize package. So this is based around a Noveski N4 Commando. This is an 11.5 with the DDF contour barrel. This is a heavy profile barrel that has deep flutes. So the weight has been reduced quite significantly. It's actually lighter than their standard contour barrel. And I've been very happy with this barrel in the 6-arc version. We have a 14.5 DDF This thing is a absolute hammer, shot it out to a mile, no problems. So very excited to see it in an 11.5, little shorty gun. We have it set up in a pretty interesting configuration, so let's go ahead and hop in tip to butt. So up front, there will be a suppressor here. The government is currently shut down, so they are not processing any NFA related paperwork at the moment, but there will be a Surefire RC2. Huge shout out to Surefire for sending out the RC2 that will be going on this gun. Very excited to get that in. Very dependable can, it's been around for a very, very long time. It set the standard, so. And also another shout out to Surefire. They sent the Surefire Mini Turbo. This is a very dependable light. The Turbo series has been performing awesome for us. A lot more power, really good hotspot, good amount of flood, so the balance there is just about perfect. It also comes with the Pro mount, so you're not gonna have to shop around for any third-party mounts. The Pro mount is a swivel mount, so it gives you a lot of flexibility with mounting options. Okay, also on the Surefire Mini Turbo is the 100 Concepts turbo size light cap. This is the ruggedized light cap with a shock collar, so preventing any negligent discharges of your light and any unwanted downrange reflections. So shifting on back, the optic package that we have here is the Primary Arms PLXC Nova. This is a second focal plane optic. We have a lot of experience on the standard PLXC and first focal plane, and that is our favorite LPVO. It has an amazing 1X, great glass clarity, good 8X as well, and a very compact and lightweight form factor. Big shout out to Primary Arms for sending that in. And up top, mounted at the 12 o'clock position, we have a Aimpoint Acro P2. This is a enclosed red dot optic. Most of us here, we usually mount our red dots at the 12 o'clock position just because we shoot with night vision quite a bit. And also it's great for referencing targets before you get down into your LPVO. So this is our favorite position for a secondary optic. And that is all housed within a Unity Recce mount. Unity is known for their fast mounts, which sit at a 226 optical center line. The Recce mounts sit at a 154. So you can also use the fast mount accessory rings, which helps slam down that optic a little bit more, which works very well with this specific optic package. The scope turret caps on the PLXC are pretty thin and low, so it works perfectly with the Acro, just keeping everything nice and low and streamlined. So up front, we have the Aimpoint Acro hex cap, and then we have our Scope Cap Pro up front, and then at the rear, we have our Scope Cap ruggedized. So this rifle comes standard with a Geisley trigger, a nice ambidextrous charging handle, and I believe this is a Badger safety. I'm not actually sure, but it looks like a Badger safety. It's a very nice safety, probably my favorite ambidextrous safety that I've gotten my hands on so far. And then the Driven Arms Co. SCG grip, I believe. I run this on my 6-ARC gun. It's one of my favorite pistol grips as well. And then huge shout out to Wyatt at Noveski. This is actually a pistol, so it comes braceless, but Wyatt just so happened to have one laying around and sent it out to us super fast. So this is a SB Tactical SBA5. This is one of the nicest braces out there, I think. This is, it's very rigid. It's not a stock, but it is one of my favorite braces. I think it's the best brace, I think, in my opinion. It's like they took the really big one and then shrunk it down. And yeah, SBA5 was born. So yeah, this is the mini GPR package. This is a very nice gun. Very excited to go out and shoot it later this week. Go ahead and get some groups for you guys. This is our fifth prize in our phase 2 giveaway. Again, shout out to all the companies that made this possible, but diving right in, this is the Geisley GFR Maritime 6-ARC. This is a 18-inch 6-ARC gas gun. You guys know how I feel about 6-ARC. I am a huge fan of this cartridge, and the Geisley GFR, I've heard a lot of great things about it, and I'm very excited to actually go and group this a little bit later this week, but just wanted to go ahead and go from tip to butt, and then also show you guys a couple of the other things that come with this package, and then I think that makes it a really, really desirable giveaway for you guys. So, okay, so the Geisley GFR, this has been making the rounds. It's a very exciting platform. Geisley has done some pretty cool things with the gas system and the upper receiver that kind of set it apart from other 6-ARC platforms. So where the magic really happens with the Geisley GFR is the phased array gas system. They're doing some pretty neat stuff here to help relieve some of the pressure in the system with 6-ARC. 6-ARC is not necessarily a higher pressure round than something like 5.56, but you do have more powder in that case So you are having to deal with more gas in your system. So it just helps with overall reliability and longevity of the rifle itself. So sliding on back, the optic package. First up, we have the Leupold Mark IV HD 2.5 to 10. I think this is a very, very good optic for a rifle like this. You probably could go up to something like a 3.6 to 18, but I think this keeps it nice, lightweight, and compact. Glass is really good on the Mark IVs and the Mark Vs as well. And then up top, we have a Trijicon RCR. This is a enclosed red dot, so helps keep any rain or moisture or anything like that from affecting your dot. But we have it mounted up at the 12 o'clock position. This is great for night vision shooting and also for long range competitors or just long range shooting in general. I like using the 12 o'clock dot to reference the target first before dropping down into the magnified optic. Can't really do that with an offset very well. So holding the optics is the Badger Ordnance Condition 1 mount. This one sits at 154. I think that's the perfect optic height for prone shooting and also for the 12 o'clock red dot as well. And then we have the Badger accessory ring up top, which allows you to mount a variety of different optics. This one specifically is for RMR patterns. And then back here we have a couple accessories from 1350 Millworks. If you're not familiar with them, we carry a few of their products on our website. I think his products do a great job of solving some quality of life issues when it comes to mounting slings and stuff like that. So we have the GSRS sling pull tab here. This is great for stowing your sling. And then we have the Smith loop at the rear. Then we have the sling at the rear, which is a Brave Castle and OHC collab sling. This is a reverse throw sling. You can also get this on our website as well. Then also up front, we have the metal PQD with another 1350 Millworks Smith loop attached directly to the sling. Also with the package, you'll receive 100 rounds of the Hornady 103 ELDX. These are geared more towards hunting, especially predator hunting, so you're getting that round moving a little bit faster. I've also heard pretty good success with some larger game like deer or something like that. But these rounds perform pretty good. Again, you're getting a little bit more velocity when compared to something like the 108s, which are more precision focused. Then moving on over here, we have the Brave Castle BCRO chest rig. This is a very minimalist chest rig. It has a H harness, big fan of H harnesses, and you have a 3 mag carrier here. And then Geisley also sent over 3 of their 30 round 6 arc mags. These are the big boys. Geisley, in my experience, they make the best 6 arc mag. They're the most reliable in my opinion.
They don't got the commie curve.
They don't have the commie curve. That's, can't have the commie curve going on, but these are the mags for 6 arc in my opinion. So they sent over 3 of them. These are pretty expensive too, so thank you Geisley, thanks.
So this is prize number 6 of this giveaway, and I'm stoked that PSA sent out this jackal because I just got one and I was really enjoying it, and I thought it'd be super cool to give one away for this giveaway. So we're gonna work our way tip to butt, and starting with the imaginary suppressor, because the government is shut down right now. We can't get the ones that were given to us by Silencer Shop, thank you. We can't get them right now because the government's not working and so they can't transfer it. But Silencer Shop agreed to send out a Surefire SOCOM 762 Ti suppressor for this. I think it's gonna be really cool. We'll get some more footage with that once it comes in. But yeah, that's gonna be a great can for here and allow you to shoot subs really quiet out of this. Next up is this laser from Holosun. This is the Iris GR4. And the cool thing about that is that this is a white light version. So it has both a VCSEL IR illuminator as well as a white light that's got a lot of power to it. And I think this is especially cool on this gun because you don't have a lot of real estate, rail estate to put lights and lasers. And so you put everything in this one package, and they include a crane plug switch in here that gives you your infrared, your Viz laser override, and then a white light Viz laser override. And yeah, it's just a really cool package that, you only have a couple inches of rail space, and this fits everything you need into that. Also, Holosun, thank you for sending out this SCRS. This is the optic I run on my Jackal. I just think it's got good night vision performance. It's kind of a good ratio weight for this type of optic, and it's kind of nifty. The mount they sent is just perfect enough to wrap one wrap around, and the cable management, it kind of helps out with that because this is, of course, a side charging gun, and so you can't really wrap elastic cord and one wrap around the rail. And so I just kind of pull all the cables to the rear and tie it off with one wrap there. So that's pretty cool. And then finally, it's got this nifty folding brace on the back. So this would make a pretty cool little bag gun. We'll do some B-roll. We'll do some B-roll with that. So as you can see, this rifle is set up really well for night vision shooting. Wouldn't it be cool to have night vision? Well, I think so, which is why this package also includes a set of night vision. And kind of going along the same theme as the rifle, you know, the folding brace and all that. Not a rifle, pistol with the folding brace. This is a super compact, lightweight system. And so let's kind of start with the mounting system that really enables that. This is the soft cap from 40 Tactical, and it's kind of the bigger, better brother to the old Skull Crushers. 40 Tactical makes really amazing helmet pads, and this uses those same pads, and it's super comfortable. This one comes with a counterweight, but I will say with the PVS-14 as being such a light setup, you know, you really don't need much weight back here to balance it out. So, you know, throw in a couple 18-650s and things like that. And this, I've put quite a few hours on these since we had one in. Yeah, it's really comfortable, and I'm actually really stoked about this. I just took this on a trip with me and just easily shoved it in my backpack. This one in particular comes with the shroud from Wilcox. It's a collaboration with 40 Tactical. And what better to mount into that than this Wilcox G24. This is the gold standard industry. Huge thanks to Wilcox for sending out these mounts for the giveaway. And mounted into that is the Noise Fighters J-Arm. Now, I'm gonna jump ahead a little bit and say, this is not the night vision device we're giving away. We're still waiting on that one to be sent in from Steel Industries. Thank you. So I'm just using a standard PVS-14. This is my personal mount. But Noise Fighters is sending in these Max 14 mounts. You can see this is the mount that I use on my night vision. These are just lightweight articulating mounts that allow you to quickly go from, you know, right eye usage over to left eye, and it's just the best J-arm that I've had the pleasure of using. Finally, we'll talk about the night vision. Again, this is a placeholder, but basically it's a PVS-14, you all know it, but the cool thing about the PVS-14R is that it's an aluminum housing, it's a little bit lighter, it's more durable, it's just better in so many ways. Plus it runs off of CR123As, which I think is better because it's generally standard default to find lithium batteries in those. And then finally, to top it off on the front, we have the 100 Concepts Night Vision Hex Cap. So this is our hex cap, this is our night vision cap, but it has the hex body inserted. Cool thing about these is they reduce the reflections that you'll see off the front of the lens of your night vision, but they also reduce a lot of glare. Yeah, I think that's a super cool little compact fold away setup. I almost forgot, the tube inside of this PVS-14 was provided by Photonis Defense, so huge shout out to them for sending out one of their image intensification tubes. All right, finally we have the Eclipse blanket from Relv. With this setup, I was kind of looking at like, what's the modern soldier look like, you know, quiet, undetected, and a thermal is a huge component of that. That's why we asked Relv to join us on this to throw in one of their Eclipse blankets. This is a lightweight, packable thermal hide that helps mask your thermal signature. It's two-sided with their copperhead camo on one side, tunnel rat on the other, so you kind of have camouflage in the visible spectrum, but most importantly, you can kind of set up a little quick hide with this and it'll help mask your thermal signature. You know, all of this could fit easily into a small backpack and give the ability to negate your thermal signature, suppress 300 blackout subsonics, move quietly through the night, and that's why we call it the Ghost package. Our final prize for the OHC Phase 2 giveaway. This is the 7th prize. We're doing 7 winners, 7 days, and this is the last one. Starting tip to butt, not shown, is the Surefire RC3 given to us by Surefire. The government is currently shut down, and so the ATF cannot transfer that suppressor until the government opens back up. So, but just imagine a Surefire RC3 suppressor on here. Very stoked about that. Now, the core base of this rifle is an Altus Shooting Solutions custom 6-arc bolt gun that is night vision ready. It's got a proof barrel here, a 6-arc proof barrel, carbon fiber. This is an impact precision action. Very nice. Kind of like a silly note on this is everybody who's tried this really likes the safety. It's very tactile and clicky, very fun to play with. But let's go ahead and do a Mike Jones and ghost this trigger together. You'll see we have 0 movement and then a clean break with about a millimeter of movement to the rear. This is probably the nicest trigger I've shot. I've shot a lot of nice triggers. I don't even know what it is, but it's really good. Before I move back, I'll just say this whole gun was given to us by Altus Shooting Solutions, and this is the nicest bolt action rifle I have ever had the privilege of playing with. Yeah, and we'll kind of go over the different components. Starting at the front, this is a Proof 6-arc barrel, carbon fiber, very nice. And that is installed into an impact precision action here. Very nice, good. Like I have a Tika that I really like, and this feels probably better than that. Very smooth. That action is inserted into this Manners LRH-NV stock. This is the nicest stock I've ever had the pleasure of holding. It's carbon fiber, it's night vision ready. If you win this, please show me some night vision footage of shooting this gun. It's got adjustable cheek riser, very nice, takes MDT mags. This Arca rail is really nicely integrated into this stock. You got QD up front, you've got a Picatinny rail here for mounting a laser rangefinder, and it's exquisite, very, very nice. Also, this whole package weighs very little, so this would be a great like backcountry elk hunting gun. Disclaimer, this does not include the bipod, we're just using that for this filming stuff, but you're gonna be shooting this from the back of your Eberly stock low drag bag that you use to drag this up into the mountain and take home a trophy elk. Excited for this bag because it allows you to slide the gun down in here and carry it with you. Eberly stock also sent out this really cool dirt nap shooting mat. Yeah, so you have a nice mat to go and zero this on, and then a nice bag to drag it up in the mountains and shoot an elk with, which you're gonna send me a picture when you do, please. All right, and then you're gonna need a way to shoot this gun to distance. Loophole was kind enough to send out their Mark IV HD 6-24 by 52. This is a super nice scope. I think it's got the PR2 reticle or whatever version it is of it that gives you some nice, drop hash marks and windage, just enough to be useful without cluttering up too much of your reticle. It's also got the really nice zero stop turrets here, and yeah, this is just a fantastic lightweight option for this rifle. It really complements it well. And then we have that mounted in these Badger 1-inch height rings. Yeah, just this whole package together is really, really, really nice, and I'm really sad that we're giving it away. And finally, to get you started, Hornady sent out 100 rounds of their Precision Hunter 6-arc ammo. This is all we shoot is the Hornady 6-arc, and it's a great way to get started with this awesome bolt gun. So if you guys want to win all of the stuff on this table, go to 100concepts.com right now. Our giveaway will be linked on the homepage. All you got to do is give an email to enter, but also be sure to come back. There will be daily entries every day and bonus codes and all that fun stuff. So go to check it out at 100concepts.com. I like it. I like the ADD fiddling in the background.